Hello, everyone. This is Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's World of Sports with another edition of Hollywood's Hot Topics. And today I want to talk to you about the surprising debut at AEW Revolution. Paul White, aka The Big Show and the Giant, and obviously, once again, Captain Insano, announced just a week ago that AEW would be signing a Hall of Fame worthy talent. Paul talked it up. Tony Khan talked it up. Said it was going to be a massive signing. Well, AEW Revolution comes around, and the massive signing that they were talking about was Christian Cage. Now, for those of you who watched Christian and NWA-TNA, Impact Wrestling, whatever people are calling it, he had to go by Christian Cage. He couldn't just use his straight WWE name, Christian. But Christian Cage is now in AEW, and I am honestly very shocked and surprised by this. Some people who read the dirt sheets and the news websites aren't so surprised, but I really don't buy into assumptions and rumors and speculation. I only deal with facts and truth. That is what I base my opinion off of. So I was genuinely shocked and surprised that Christian showed up on AEW television programming. It makes me wonder, though, what exactly went on between he and WWE, because not even 6 weeks ago, he made his in-ring return at the Royal Rumble, had an awesome moment with Edge, was actually down to the final four of the Royal Rumble with Edge, and so he got a lot of exposure again, and it was very well received by WWE fans, WWE Universe. And with Edge winning the Royal Rumble, I personally thought that Christian was going to be a part of Edge's WrestleMania storyline. I don't know if it was a money issue with WWE or WWE not wanting to give Christian anything, but I really feel that WWE dropped the ball on this. I don't often criticize who they sign and don't sign and whatnot, but with Edge being in this huge WrestleMania main event storyline with Roman Reigns, they could have very well used Christian in this storyline, with especially with Jey Uso being Roman Reigns' right hand man. Like they could have started feuding Jey Uso and Christian against each other. I know Big E really wanted to face Christian for the Intercontinental Championship because they once had a good series of matches over that championship. So for me, I was like I said, I'm genuinely shocked that he is not with WWE and he's now with AEW. I mean, here we go, Christian Cage, the instant classic, as he was called in NWA-TNA. And let's be honest here. There have always been theories that Vince McMahon is not a fan of Christian, and he was more or less there as a favor to Edge. I don't know if that theory is true, but it sure seems like that could be the case, because why else would Christian not come back to WWE when his best friend is in the middle of one of the biggest storylines and opportunities of his second run of his career? So I don't understand it. I hope Christian does well in AEW. That's the point I also want to get across. I don't think it was a bad signing. I do think it was overhyped, because a lot of people were expecting like Brock Lesnar or CM Punk or somebody like really massive like that. Um, but overall, if Tony Khan and Paul White wouldn't have hyped it up as much as they did, I consider it a really, really great signing. We obviously saw at the Royal Rumble that Christian still has a lot left in the tank. We obviously saw that he has the desire to compete again. Um, and I think as long as he can stay healthy and, be at his best, like we used to see him, I think he could have a lot of great matches in AEW. Um, the possibilities for Christian and AEW are endless. As long as he stays healthy, as long as he can perform in the ring well. Um, like I said, I think it's a really good signing for AEW, and I think it was a really bad move for WWE to not offer him anything, or if they did offer him something, not offering him what he's really worth. Because let's face it, I do believe Christian is a Hall of Fame worthy talent. I mean, the guy's won numerous, tag team championships with Edge and Lance Storm, and I believe William Regal. Like, he's won multiple tag team championships. He's won multiple intercontinental championships. He is a two-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion from his time in NWA-TNA, otherwise known as Impact Wrestling now. So for me, um, I look forward to seeing what Christian does. Christian's always been kind of this like cool, laid back, hip, you know, type of character that you just can't help but love. And so I'm really curious to see what he does in AEW. Um, people can say all they want about, AEW being, the NWA-TNA version 2.0 or WCW 2.0, but you have to go where you feel you're valued and where you're going to make the most impact, no pun intended. And obviously, Christian may have saw the writing on the wall and saw that WWE was not going to allow him to make an impact. Whereas AEW, I think, given the right opportunities and the right opponents, I really do believe he's going to make an impact there. And um, people say that, well, this will hurt his chance at the WWE Hall of Fame someday. I don't think a lot of people really care about the WWE Hall of Fame. I think it's a great way to, hear old stories and recognize the names in the business who accomplished a lot. And honestly, it's a way for WWE to make money. So, I mean, people can say that, Christian and Paul White, the Big Show, may never get into the WWE Hall of Fame because they're now in AEW. I'm pretty sure that's not what they were thinking about when they decided to sign with AEW. So um, I like the Christian signing. I know he's not a young up and comer like Ethan Page is. Ethan Page was the other surprise at AEW Revolution. If you have never seen Ethan Page, I would highly suggest you find clips of him in uh, Impact Wrestling because he was gold in Impact. And he is one half of the longest reigning Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions in history with Josh Alexander, who's also another phenomenal talent. But getting back to Christian, great surprise. I think he's going to do great things. Um, I'm really curious to hear who everybody wants to see him face because if he can have great matches like he used to in the past, like I said, there's a lot of possibilities for a lot of great matchups for him. So, with that being said, I don't want to keep ranting on about Christian Cage. I'm sure you guys have heard enough opinions on it, but I just wanted to give my thoughts on the situation. Because to me, it is very shocking that we're in the middle of WrestleMania season and Edge having a main role at WrestleMania this year, and all of a sudden his best friend on screen and off screen is now on the rival, television show and company. So that's why I really wanted to talk about this today because I feel like we're not getting the entire story of why Christian is not in WWE and why he went to AEW. So um, let me know what your thoughts are on this, guys. I always love hearing people's opinions and what they think might be going on, and also would love to know who you would like to see Christian Cage facing AEW. So, with that being said, this is Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's World of Sports. Be sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and all the other social media platforms out there. You also be sure to check out Hollywood'sWorldOfSports.com, where, as always, controversy doesn't come without criticism.